Hello, what's good, and welcome to CSC Sports. I'm your host, Jay Howard. And first off, congratulations to the Miami Heat for beating the San Antonio Spurs. I am a huge Spurs fan, like I always tell you guys, and I have to give Miami Heat their kudos for beating the San Antonio Spurs. Congratulations, LeBron, Dwayne, Chris Bosh, Pat Riley, the whole goddamn organization. Congratulations. Let's move on. I want to talk to you cats out there about the San Antonio Spurs and what cost the San Antonio Spurs Game 7. I can sum it up real quick. The coaching of Pop. That's what we're going to call this, the coaching of Pop. Coach Pop blew it once again. Let me point out something, and the reason why I can blame it on the coaching of the San Antonio Spurs. This has been the theme since they lost to Memphis. Pop went like 7 deep. I think the only guys on the bench that really played was about 8 deep. Gary Neal, I think Tiago came off the bench, and Boris Diaw. He went like 8 deep against a Miami Heat team that has the best player in the world. Dwayne Wade is playing like the second best player in the world. Chris Bosh, he didn't contribute nothing. Mike Miller didn't give nothing, but he played. Mario Chalmers played well. Look, think about Chris Anderson getting playing time. You know what I mean? When you think about this, Pop got out coached. Shane Battier, a star. He the X Factor tonight. He was terrible early in the season, but Spoelstra still played him and gave him playing time. The reason I'm talking like this about playing time and talking about Pop, how deep he went with his bench, is that he didn't put the right players on the court. And those were the younger guys that he had sitting on his bench, and Corey Joseph and DeJuan Blair. I have been screaming about Pop not playing DeJuan Blair since they lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. If you feel that DeJuan Blair is a terrible matchup for 3 years in a row, why is he still on the team? I think DeJuan Blair has under his belt 4 20 rebound games. It's 3 or 4 20 rebound games. Look, it has to be something personal. Why Pop did not play DeJuan Blair? A lot of people say, Jay, that wouldn't have made a difference anyway. It would have made a hell of a difference because it would have rested players. It could have helped rested Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, whoever. Corey Joseph could have helped with ball handling, bringing the ball up, not committing a lot of turnovers like Manu was doing. When I think about this whole thing, Pop blew it and his coaching style is outdated. I want to know from you guys, what should the San Antonio Spurs do to fix this? Is the window closed? What's next for the San Antonio Spurs? When I look at Manu Ginobili is done as a Spur, in my opinion. I love Manu. But the reckless ball handling and the bad decision making, they have to move forward past that. Tony Parker, MVP candidate this year, the last 2 years, but he's finna start breaking down with injuries. Out of the big 3, Tim Duncan is still a piece for the next 2 years that you can bring in some pieces to help the Spurs possibly try to get back to the NBA Finals. But I tell you this, and I'm pissed off, real talk. Pop blew it, in my opinion. The Spurs should have won that game tonight. He should have played his youth. He should have gave Tracy McGrady a couple of minutes. He should have threw in the whole kitchen sink to buy some time for his star players. And another thing I want to add in real quick before I close out. Pop is damn near delusional to think that what Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony used to do, that they can still do it against the world champions. A young, youthful team with the Miami Heat. You know what I mean? The Miami Heat is younger than the San Antonio Spurs. They have more talent than the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs have been getting by with patchwork guys. Like Danny Green, he's a specialist in shooting, but he can't put the ball on the floor. They've been getting by for years like that, being talentless other than their big 3. It came to an end tonight. It was totally exposed. Danny Green couldn't do anything. He couldn't dribble to save his life. And when I look at this whole thing, it was a total exposure that Greg Popovich's style of coaching is outdated. I love the fact that he pushed guys and he's a great teacher and he can build guys up like you see in Kawhi, but the Spurs going to have to shake that thing up. It might be one more run left if they can make the right moves. And I want you guys to tell me, what should the San Antonio Spurs do to try to make it back to the finals next year? I'm your boy Jay Howard, and once again, peace to the Miami Heat for winning. I'm not a hater, I got to honor it, and I'm out.